Hello tennis guys and tennis ladies, welcome to my channel. In this video I would like to talk about the future of tennis rackets and also about the new Wilson Clash V2, the second generation of Wilson Clash. But for the Clash info, jump at the end to the end of the video. But these topics are connected, because is the future of the tennis rackets looking like Wilson Clash or Wilson Boom tennis rackets that are here behind me and that I'm reviewing right now? So today I started writing the check review for the tennis rackets, for the head boom tennis rackets, for the MP and Pro version. I have about 30% of the review. It will be it is a check review for the store I work for. I have to write it until Friday, and I have to say I'm really surprised about the booms, because at the end they are not bad at all. My initial final impressions were not so good, at least for the MP version, but as I'm more into the rackets, as I played more and more hours with the rackets, I'm starting getting into them, and I'm starting seeing a quite bright future for this type of racket. So what is the future? How the future of tennis rackets will look like? Maybe we have it already here with the Boom series, and we had it here with the Clash was it 2 or 3 years now? I'm not sure. I think 2 years are the Clash, or maybe 3 years are the Clashes, the Wilson Clash out. But why I'm thinking that? So let's talk about the booms. Let's wrap it up. Wrap the info about the booms up. So the Boom series, I thought it will replace the instincts, the head instincts, but as I found out, and one of my viewers commented that no, the instincts are still alive. And yes, I've seen the introduction video on Tennis Warehouse that they introduced the new instinct version. So the instinct is not extinct, but yeah, there are now more than 31 models of tennis rackets from head, more than 31 rackets. I believe with the Instinct series there will be around 35 or 36 rackets. So one brand, 36 rackets. Then you have 9 more brands. You have the Babolat, Yonex, Technifiber, Wilson, Prince, Procanex, etc. More and more brands, and together they make over 200 rackets. Over 200 rackets are sold on the market. Isn't it confusing? I believe for most people out there, for most amateurs, they don't know what are the rackets about. The other rackets. There are so many rackets. It's like your head will explode when you look at all the rackets. Your head will go boom when you look at all the rackets. And what if there is one racket that fits them all? Maybe it's the head boom. Yeah, I'm starting thinking that the head boom is one of the rackets that can actually work for, I believe, most people around there. For most people. And if you don't like the weight of the rackets or the swing weight of the rackets, which is way lower than on the standard series, like the Prestige, like the Extremes, like the Speed, like the Radicals. So if you don't like the swing weight, which is lower on the boom series, you can always put some lead on the rackets. But I get it, not many people do that because it's another job. You will have to work on it, you will have to think about it, and ultimately you can't measure the swing weight at home unless you have the swing weight machine like I have. So it can be a little hassle with customizing the rackets, but you can do that with the head booms pretty easily to put the swing weight a little bit up where you want. But is the swing weight really that important if you got the technologies that are here to replace the swing weight? So we have the auxetic technology in the boom series that works for the player, that helps the racket to generate more power, but at no cost to, or at almost no cost to the feel and to the stability. So the racket is much easier to play with, much easier to swing with, due to the balance, which is balanced more to the hand, to the grip, to the hand. You gain more control. You can easily swing with the racket for many hours in a row and you will not get exhausted. And then there are the technologies and the new head shape that is going to help you with stabilizing with the sweet spot, the higher sweet spot, higher sweet spot. What does it mean? Higher sweet spot does mean that the racket, when you hit it up there, where's the logo? There is the sweet spot, as you can see. There is actually the sweet spot of this racket, not here in the middle, but here. And when you hit it there, then you gain the biggest power, the biggest force from the racket. Actually, the biggest force is at the tip, of course, but you can't hit it there, of course. There is the frame, but there, when you hit it, there's the optimal hitting point for this type of racket. If you have a standard, let's say, oval shaped head shape, like if you look at the regular versions, let's say, if we look at the Prestige and if we look at the Speed, these are traditional head shaped racket, oval head shape. So the sweet spot for these rackets is about here. It's a little bit lower. It's almost in the middle, because when you hit it here, up there, there is not much space left on the left side. Okay, so yeah, of course, the pros, that they are so good that they can hit even with the oval head shaped rackets precisely there up, but for most people, for most amateurs, the sweet spot for these type of rackets, for the oval with the oval frame, is right, almost right in the middle. So where does the future of tennis rackets for most amateurs, where is it? Where is it? So the Wilson Clash and the head boom, they introduced to us easy power, good stability, easy swing, sensational feel, wide sweet spot, and you just feel great with these rackets. You feel easy. You feel easy on the tennis court, and you feel easy most of the time you play with these rackets. There is almost no exhaustion. You don't get exhausted with these rackets because they help you to play. So you can focus on other things like positioning on the court, tactics, strategy, of course, and these things you don't have to put too much effort into the swing, actually. So These technologies are helping to us. The lower stiffness, the higher flex of the rackets, and the rackets are always evolving. And I believe that the future of the rackets can really look like we see here with the head booms, whether we like it or not. And I will tell you why. So we live in a modern days that the demand how to successfully go through our day, the demand for the energy we need to go through all the things with job, with work, with family, with all the stuff that is going on around us. It's really hard. These days are really hard. You need to invest more and more energy in everything you do these days. And there is the stress factor. You need to do like 100 tasks in a day, but 100 years ago you did only, let's say, 5 tasks maybe a day. Maybe they were physically more demanding, but you were focused on, let's say, one big task. Then you had to go, well, to shop something, then you have to go cook something, and then you got to sleep, and that was all. But now today's it's everything. You're spending like 2 hours a day on this, then you spend another 2 hours on a computer, you write emails, you send photos, videos, etc. Then you watch TV, you listen to the radio, and these things that are attracting our attention, they cost ultimately the energy. So when you finally have the time to play tennis, you want to feel that sensation. But if you buy, let's say, if you buy the head speed racket, which I like very much, let's say you buy a head speed pro, the Djokovic racket, fantastic stick, you play with it like a god. Yeah, 20 minutes and then you are dead, you're exhausted, because it's too demanding, it's too heavy to swing with. But yeah, it's 310 gram. Is it that big deal? Well, in today's world, yeah, swing weight 329, high swing weight, balance 315. Well, the Boom Pro is balance 310, more in the hand, and that's why it helps you to control the racket better. So if you buy the Boom Pro, you get, let's say, the Speed Pro, but a racket that is more maneuverable, that is easier to swing with, that has higher sweet spot, wider sweet spot, bigger sweet spot, and that creates enough energy for you to stay in the match. So you need that because you are exhausted from other things and you need the extra help on the court. And the new technologies allow the manufacturers to create a racket with a lower swing weight, but that plays like a racket with a higher swing weight. And that's why I believe the new head booms have actually a very low swing weight, but listed on the Tennis Warehouse they show some unbelievable numbers for me. I don't believe them. And again, why is that? Why is that? If you look at the head boom MP, 318 swing weight, not at all. I measured 298 as you saw in my previous video. So this is a lie. This is not right. But why it is not right? Why they write 318 and they don't write 298? Of course, for the sales. Because if there is a new racket everybody is waiting for, it has the MP in its name, and you are like, okay, so this will be like the radical MP or the speed MP, and then you see the specs and you are like, okay, swing weight 298, well, I don't buy that. I will not buy this racket. It's low powered. It has worse stability. So I believe they just wrote this higher number to maintain the same interest in this type of rackets, in the MP series. But this is a completely different MP racket. It's not like the other MP rackets. And the same for the Head Boom and Boom Pro, sorry. So the Head Boom Pro with a 325 swing weight, no, I measured 311, and that's about how I feel it in real life. It's really easy. It's really easy to swing with. Not 325, but people are used to that the Pro version and these 310 gram versions have swing weight around 325 or even higher. So they wrote down the number that says it has the same swing weight as the previous version. But in the booms there is a technology that replaces the swing weight. You don't have to have the higher swing weight to feel like you have a powerful and stable racket in your hands. But they need to, the shops and the influencers and everybody who is talking about tennis needs to translate this number to the public. Okay, we have their new boom racket that has auxetic technology, that has other technologies that help you to create the power. So don't worry about the swing weight. We know it's low, it's lower, but you don't feel that actually. But they didn't say that. They didn't say that. They just, I believe, I have to say it, I believe they are lying on the swing weight, because it is easier to lie on the swing weight than to explain there is something new that has lower swing weight, but it plays like a racket with a higher swing weight, let's say. So that's probably, I feel that there is the future, that the future rackets will have lower swing weight to help us stay fresh on the court after our long day in the job, and to feel the sensation. And yeah, the world is hectic, the world is stressful, we live stressful days, and these lighter rackets will actually help us. But not everybody wants that. If you are primarily focused on tennis and you have nothing else to do, you let's say you don't swim, you don't ride a bicycle, you don't go hiking, you don't whatever, you don't ski, cross country ski, you don't run, and you focus only on tennis, then probably the Boom series is not for you, because you want the real thing, you want that real thing, you want the radical MP, you want the speed MP or the speed pro. That pushes your limit to the max, because the Boom series and even the MP and even the Pro version has its limits. So if you play against some player that is really aggressive, that pushes you, that is better than you, then the Pro or the MP and the Pro, Boom Pro and the MP version at the end will fail, because they will not deliver what you need in that hard situation when you are in defense or when you want to really massively attack. So for that occasions or for that style of play, there are the other series. But for, let's say, ambitious recreational player or a club level player who plays, let's say, easier tennis, not a powerful tennis, but who wants that sensation, that he wants to feel like he's playing actually better than he's playing in the real life, then for these type of players the booms are really great. And yeah, there will be more and more people like these people in tennis that just want to have fun. They just want to play, and yeah, they don't need the let's say the best of the best. And I believe we will see in the future more of these rackets. Whether it is good or bad, well, for some it's good, for some it's bad, but I believe this is the future. So now the second topic I wanted to talk about are the new Wilson Clash version 2. I have them here at home. They are there. I can't show you. I have 3 rackets. I can't even say the versions, but yeah, 2 best, let's say 2 top versions and 1 lighter version. And I have to say, when I opened the box with the Clash rackets, when I saw them for the first time, I was like, I was speechless, because I was like, wow, they are really, or they have guts to put this color on the rackets. And one more thing I've probably never ever seen on a tennis rackets is there, but it is not on all the versions, it is only on the top versions, but it is something I've never ever seen anyone done to a tennis racket design, to the how the racket looks, and how will you maybe feel it. But at the same time, I'm not sure if it is good. So it's the effect of this thing that is on the frame, that they did on the frame, is really big, but it leaves some questions whether it is good or bad. I'm not sure, because it will have to do also something with the overall, let's say, overall weight of the racket, and how the racket can actually feel in your hand. So there is some design feature, design thing I've never ever seen on a tennis racket, and I'm looking forward to Wilson Clash, because the first generation was a nice surprise, and many people fell in love immediately after they hit with the racket. And when I was hitting with the Clash 100 and the Pro for the first time, I was playing long balls. It was just amazing. So every ball from me was long, every ball was going 1 meter in front of the baseline, and it was like I was hitting balls with tracking, like missile tracking, right? Like rackets. So they were flying. Every shot was the same. I enjoyed the slice very much. The slice was awesome. But when I played more and more with the Clash, I found its mistakes and flaws, and things like the rackets became unpredictable at some time, because they were also strung with the new Smart, with the new Luxilon Smart string, and the string was pretty it surprised me sometimes, the string, because it was around 21 kilos, and yeah, if you have so low tension you get great feel, but sometimes the ball flies away and you don't know where it flies. So yeah, so the Clashes were really good rackets for that, let's say up to the intermediate and even pro level, or the, let's say, the pro level in the amateur, let's say in the amateur spectrum of players. And yeah, not bad at all. The RA was great for the hand, one of the best rackets if you have some shoulder problems or elbow problems. So really nice racket to hit with, fun racket, and almost everyone who played with the racket really felt the sensation, really felt like, wow, this is different. And the sound, not forget the sound. The sound was the wooden sound, the sound of the old wooden racket. So if you hit with the Clash, the sweet spot, the sound was like, it was like wooden racket. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. So, but I'm not sure where actually the Clashes are coming. I will have to write a review in February for them, and I'm not sure when is the official release date for them, but we will see. So guys, I'm at the end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed that. Let me your comments, or leave me comments in below the video. Tell me what you think about the future of the tennis rackets. How will it look like the Boom, or like Clash, or anything else. And if you like the video, click the thumbs up button. If you didn't like the video, of course, click the thumbs down button. And thank you for support, thank you for subscribing, commenting. I really like everything you do. So post your opinion under the video, and enjoy tennis every time, every day, and see ya in the next video. Bye.